Hey, how's it going? So I just recorded a video. It was a horror game video, and it turns out that it was completely unusable because I'll show you exactly why. The usually what I have on is my normal webcam, which is this in the top left corner. What I accidentally put on was my green screen webcam, which is bigger on purpose to kind of incorporate the green screen. And I just played the entire game with this green screen on instead, this face cam on instead of this one. So it made the game unwatchable because I was just taking up a quarter of the entire screen. So I'm sorry about that. So instead of that, today I kind of wanted to talk about something that happened, and I want to use it as a lesson for you guys. A lesson of regret, but good regret, because internet interactions can sometimes be very toxic and emotional and insecure. And I was once a victim of these interactions, and it was actually more recently than I would like to admit. So, this interaction, if you don't know, is one that happened on one of my videos, one of my YouTube shorts about audio. The idea is that the YouTube short was 3 tips on how to make your microphone sound better, and in it, I gave some tips like, buy a good microphone, get it closer to your mouth with a boom arm, and turn down the gain if you're getting it closer to your mouth because it's going to start to clip. And one of the interactions I had with one person in the comments of that video was very, very toxic, and I don't like how I handle myself in that comment interaction, and I kind of wanted to share it with you guys today. So this is the YouTube short in question, and this is the comment thread. It's the pinned one, because what I like doing is pinning negative comment threads, because I think negative comments can actually be really constructive. Sometimes they're very useful. And basically here, in this comment, this guy was saying, you're literally giving tips on how to make a mic sound good, all while you're somehow managing to make a Shure SM7B sound bad. In my opinion, I was not making the microphone sound bad, but this is just an opinion that this person was giving, and he was giving some evidence on how to, on why he thought that. And instead of accepting this guy's arguments and asking him questions and discussing things in a civilized manner, I just kind of handled it in the worst way possible. I was like, don't listen to this guy, he is wrong or inexperienced. And then I gave my reasons, and then I just basically shat on the guy the entire time. Then he responded to me in the same kind of egotistical kind of manner, where like, oh, I'm not wrong, you're actually the one who's wrong, and here are my reasons why. And I'm not going to go in depth into it because it's quite in depth into like audio and microphones and whatnot. And I just kind of reflected on this. I kind of finished up all of this with a really long comment saying, none of us are going to change our mind, we fundamentally disagree. And he kind of ended by saying, well, thank you for the conversation. And that kind of strikes me to my core. I thought that was a really positive way from him, this guy. I don't know if it's a him or a her, to be fair, but like his handle is Steve Eric Jordan, so I assume it's a him. And I was really happy with how this conversation ended. And looking back on this, I kind of, I've been reflecting on how I handle myself in online interactions, and I was just kind of thinking, what's the point of putting all of this effort into interactions towards a person who's fairly critical, and like as in critical in a fair way, and presenting his arguments in a like a decent manner. Like, what's the point of being so righteous about it? So like, I'm right, you're wrong, your opinion doesn't matter. Like what's the point of that? And this is you can read this comment thread if you want. It's actually pinned to the top of this YouTube short, so it's very easy to find. But looking back on it, I'm really not proud of how I behaved myself, and this kind of a lesson to all of you guys as well. If any of you kind of get angry at a YouTube comment, or angry on the internet or whatever, and are not one of the sensible people like you're supposed to be, like most people who are watching this video, who just shut up and don't say anything, just kind of make sure that you're not speaking based on emotion and that you're saying things that you won't regret in the future, because that's kind of what happened here, and I'm not proud of it, but the beauty of the internet is that nothing ever goes away, and all of that is on public display, so I'm not going to remove it. But I think this comment here, this reply, sums it up very well. A very positive argument, so wholesome, and yeah, I think that kind of sums it up. And yeah, 2 weeks ago I said, not my proudest moment, but hopefully you got the right info out of that. Which was still a little bit, spiteful, because I remember how I felt at the time. But yeah, Steve, Eric, Jordan, if you're watching this, I respect you completely as a human being, and I don't think any of your arguments were unfounded or wrong. I just think they came from a different place, and today I kind of regret the way I acted in that comment thread, and I hope you share similar feelings, where it's not right to act in such a self-righteous and egotistical way, and we should just be better. Everyone should be better when speaking on the internet like this, especially when it comes to arguing or whatever. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you got some value out of that. Yeah. And a friendly reminder that anything you say on the internet stays there forever, so there's no point in removing it once you've posted it. Yeah, that's it. Goodbye. Thank you very much for watching.